Alright, so welcome back to my channel, you guys. I am really excited because it's my first video that I'm filming for 2020. Every other video you guys have seen have been pre-filmed, so I am ready to get back into it, film a bunch of videos and get it out for you guys. And this video for today is the 2019 yearly favorites, which I actually wanted to get up a little bit earlier, but I was spending time with my family and friends and just relaxing because I did need that time to myself, and I'm so out of breath. Like, I swear when I'm talking, I don't breathe, so give me a second. Alright, so I went ahead and got myself together, you guys, because I swear when I talk, I'm talking so fast that I can't breathe at the same time. It's just a hot mess, but I do want to go ahead and share my yearly favorites. If you do watch my videos all the time, you already know what they are at this point, but if you don't watch my videos, then these are completely new to you. So before we do start, make sure you like and subscribe because I want you guys to join my channel, join the family. Let's go ahead and grow in 2020. My goal is 10,000 this year. I think we can do it, so make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Alright, so I do have a bunch of products in front of me, you guys, so I won't spend too much time with each one, but I will let you know the pros about them. But let's go ahead and start off with brows. Let me see. So my first one I do want to talk about, but I don't have in front of me because I did run out of it, is my Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil. I hope I'm saying the correct one, but it's a small fine pencil. That pencil, you guys, I am in love with because it's a very pigmented brow pencil. It lasts all day. It just looks very hair-like on the brows. I am obsessed with it. I talked about it for a long time on my channel, but I don't have it in front of me because I completely ran out. But I may or may not go ahead and repurchase it because I do have this brow pencil in front of me. And this is a Morphe micro brow pencil in the shade Chocolate Mousse. Y'all, my friend told me about this, I think a month ago. It's only $5, so I was like, you know, let me go ahead and try it because I've tried a lot of cheap eyebrow pencils out there and a lot of them just don't work for me. But with this, I don't know what it is, but it reminds me of the Benefit brow pencil so much because it's very thin and nice, very pigmented. It lasts all day, and I do have it on my brows today. And it also looks very hair-like, so it's very, very similar to the Benefit brow pencil, but it's only $5, so it's a lot cheaper. But I will show you guys how it glides because it is not like too waxy on the brows, because when that happens on my brows, especially with waxy products, it looks very, you know, oily and greasy. But with this, it's a matte brow pencil, and I just love the way it looks on the brows. So if you're looking for a new brow pencil and you want to try something cheap and affordable, I do recommend this one. Alright, so moving on to primers. I feel like I tried a lot of primers this year, but my two, or actually three favorites, is my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. I feel like this primer was so popular because a lot of people were like, you know, what's a primer out there that will help your foundation stay in your skin? There's not a lot that's out there. So with this, when I heard about it, I was like, let me go ahead and try it out and see if the hype is real, and it completely is. This primer, if you're looking for your foundation to stay on all day and not break apart or move around, I do recommend this one. The consistency is a little bit different because it's a little bit sticky on the skin, which, you know, kind of took me a while to get used to, but at the same time, once you blend it in, you don't feel that at all, and it really helps your foundation stick onto the skin. So I highly recommend this one. And the next one I do have is the YSL Top Secrets Instant Matte Pore Refiner. I use this a lot in the beginning of the year because I do have a lot of pores right here in my cheek area, and with this, it does a great job at filling in my pores. And I will show you guys what it looks like. So this is it right here. I will say it's not silicone or anything like that. I'm not sure exactly what is in here, but it feels good on the skin and it also blends out. But for the price, I think it's great because when it comes to YSL, I thought it would be like $60 or something like that, but it's about $34, which is still pricey. But y'all, like at YSL, like I wasn't expecting it to be like that price. I really thought it would be like $60 or something like that. And last but not least, I do have my Kin + Austin Prime and Protect Mattifying Primer, and it also does have sunscreen in here. It has SPF 50, which is really, really good for the skin. But when it comes to my skin, you guys, I am very, very oily, and no primer out there controls my oil like this one right here. It is pricey at about $60, but at the same time, it is skincare and a primer in one, so I do think that's the reason why it's pricey. But I will show you guys the consistency of it because It's very unique. It's not like a typical primer. It's kind of like lotiony, but at the same time, it has that sunscreen feel in it, if that makes sense. But nonetheless, when you blend it out, it looks like skin. It blends in really nicely, and it also controls my oils. So I will say when it comes to these primers, I do bounce between each of them because they all do different things. So it just all depends what you're looking for. If you want a primer that helps with your foundation sticking on, or you want a mattifying primer, or a primer that controls like, you know, your pores and everything like that, I will say pick between one of these and you'll be good to go. Okay, so moving on to foundation, I do have 3 in front of me, and the first one's a Juvia's Place I Am Magic Velvety Matte Foundation, and I have it in the shade Malawi. This foundation, guys, I will say this right now, when it comes to drugstore, I feel like it's the best foundation out there because when you put it on your skin, it blurs everything. It makes you feel like you have like a filter on your skin. It looks so smooth and so flawless, and it's funny because I almost didn't try this out, but everybody out there on the internet was like, Chichi, try this foundation out, go ahead and review it, let me know if you like it. So that's the only reason why I bought it, and I ended up loving it. So thank you guys out there who told me to get this foundation because it is so freaking good. And the next foundation I do have is a Maybelline Superstay foundation, the full coverage foundation in the shade Coconut. This foundation I actually tried about a year or 2 ago, and I did like it, but I got a shade that was too orange on my skin, so I never used it again. But I went ahead and got the shade Coconut, and it matches me so perfectly, you guys. And when it comes to my foundation, I always go ahead and use this because it looks so flawless on the skin. It doesn't break apart, it controls my oils, it just does everything I want in a foundation, and it's so affordable. So I always tell people about this because it's like a hidden gem. Like if you haven't tried this out before, I do say right now, definitely go to the store and pick it up. And the last one I do have is a Dior Face and Body Foundation in the shade 6W. This foundation is actually funny because I do have it on my skin today. When I first put it on, it does look a little bit orangey, but it blends into your skin really nicely. It's not too heavy on the skin, and it kind of shows like my skin, like it peeks through just a little bit, which I don't have a problem with. But y'all can see like on my skin, it literally looks like skin. It doesn't look cakey at all or anything like that. And I just love the way it feels, and it also just blurs everything and makes it look flawless. So when it comes to my foundations, you guys, I do say these 3 are bomb. I do have a couple more in my collection, but when it comes to like the ones that I use like all the time, these are the only 3. And for concealer, I only have 1 concealer, and it's so boring because I've been using it for the past 2 to 3 years at this point. But it's a Cover FX Power Play Concealer in the shade ND2. I won't spend too much time on this because I use this all the time on my channel, but the reason why I love it is the color number 1 is just such a nice neutral color on my skin. It's not too golden or too dark. It's like the perfect shade. But also because it's very creamy on the skin, it blends well. Once I go ahead and set it, it doesn't crease, and it just looks good every single time. And a lot of concealers out there, you guys, I have the issue of them being very cakey underneath my eyes, but with this, it always looks flawless. So I always use this, you guys. But I will say, if you do have a concealer out there that you use all the time and you honestly love, please let me know down below because I need to try something new at this point. But till then, you guys, this concealer would be like my favorite concealer of all time. Now moving on to the under eyes, I always use my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder in the shade Kunafa. Till another brand comes out with a powder that's this color right here that controls my oils, that looks flawless every single time, I will only use this because this powder is just everything to me. I love the color, I love the way it looks on the skin. It really just smooths everything out and makes it look so flawless underneath the eyes, and it also controls my oils. And I will say I've tried a lot of powders out there, and I know what I'm looking for when it comes to powders because when it comes to like my makeup routine, my favorite part is concealer and under eye powders. And I don't know, I feel like a lot of powders out there are very cakey or too thick, or you know, they don't control my oils or whatever it may be. But with this, it just does everything I need and more. So yeah, this powder, you guys, I'm gonna use it every single time because it's just that good. All right, so sticking with powders, I do have 2 face powders that I honestly love and live by. And when it comes to face powders, I never used to have a favorite because they didn't do anything spectacular to me. Like honestly, I didn't even like setting my face back in the day because there was no powder out there that really just did the job. And these 2, you guys, I will say they're probably the best I've tried. The first one's Hourglass Translucent Veil Powder, and I was about to say the shade, but it's translucent, so That's the name of it. But this powder, y'all, I love it because when it says it's translucent, it really does mean that. And it also has a little bit of specks of like glitter in there, so it kind of reflects on the skin. But nonetheless, it looks really, really nice and natural once you put it on. It doesn't look glittery or anything like that. It just has a little bit of glitter or sparkle in there. I'm not sure what you want to call it. But this powder is very translucent because a lot of powders out there will tell you it's translucent and you go ahead and take a picture and it leaves like that white cast. This does not do that at all. It sets your foundation. It doesn't add any color or anything like that. It just sets it and you're good to go. And also I forgot to mention, when it comes to this powder, you can use it to bake your under eyes or set your under eyes. So it's a very multi-purpose powder and I freaking love it. But moving on to the next one, I do have my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Foundation Powder in the shade Y505. Y'all, this powder, like, honestly, I've told y'all about like a million times how much I love it, but I really do. It is the best color powder out there that I've ever tried. It really makes your skin look so smooth, so flawless. It blurs everything. It just sets your skin. It controls your oils. It just does everything you want in a powder. And I don't know why it took me so long to try this out, because I heard about it early on in the year and I was like, you know, I don't really feel the need to try it out. But once I did, I was like, you know what? I've been missing out. I've been holding back because it's the best powder I've ever tried, period. So I'm telling you right now, I've told everybody about this powder and everybody who's tried it out told me that it's one of the best out there. So just go ahead, take my word, because I am not lying. Okay, so the next one I do have for you guys is bronzer. And once I show you guys this, I'm pretty sure you know about it, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. But it's a Fenty Beauty Cocoa Naughty bronzer, or their Sun Stalk'r bronzer in general. This is the best bronzer in the whole entire world. I'm just gonna tell y'all right now, it's buttery on the skin, very smooth. I like it because it's not too pigmented, so you can take your time and build it up. And this shade doesn't have too much red in it, because you know when it comes to women of color out there, we don't have a lot of options when it comes to bronzers. A lot of them out there are very red on the skin. This one's a very neutral, nice bronzer with a hint of red, and there's so many options to pick from. So that's all I'm gonna say, because it's my second one, you guys. Like, as soon as I ran out of my first one, I went ahead and got this one because I just love this bronzer so much. It's just the best out there. Fenty Beauty, you guys already know, like, y'all are good, so I'm not gonna say too much, okay, because y'all already know. So typically I don't include blush because I feel like when it comes to blush, a lot of them don't wow me. Like, I'm not obsessed with them, but I do have the Makeup Forever blush, and I don't know what the name is because y'all know they have like numbers for their names, but I will list it down below. But it's this blush right here. It's a very orangey, coral tangerine type blush, and every time I put it on my skin, it just really brings my skin tone out, and I think it's so pretty in the summer and in springtime, and honestly in the fall or winter time. I wear it all the freaking time because I love this shade so much, and it's also very pigmented. So let me show you guys what it looks like on the skin. But just imagine it on my cheeks. It's just so beautiful, and every time I wear it, people literally ask me, what do I have on my skin? So it's this blush right here. I do need to pick up more blushes from them because they do last all day and they're very just like nice and pigmented. So I had to go ahead and mention this one. All right, you guys, so we're halfway through with the video, so let me move on to highlighters. I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in front of me. I didn't think I would have that much, but the first set is from Believe Beauty, and these are from Dollar General, and they're only $5. And when I tell y'all these are amazing, I'm not sure what they put in their formulas, but a lot of their products are so nice and just really good quality, but they're so cheap and affordable. Like, I don't know how they did that. But the first one I do have is Champagne Kiss and also Pink Pearls, and I will give you guys a quick swatch of them because they're honestly just buttery and smooth, and I'm just not sure like how they created this formula because it is so unique. So let me give y'all a good swatch. So I'm not gonna lie, these swatches are pretty bad, you guys. Like, they don't even show how metallic these shades are. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply some onto my cheeks, just a little bit, because I do have some highlighter already on my skin. But I will show you guys what it looks like because it's so nice and metallic. It's kind of insane how pigmented it is, but I want to show you guys what it looks like. So I'm gonna try to take it to the whole, like, another level basically, so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so now it's looking a little bit insane, but y'all can just tell, like, It is so metallic. It is insane. For $5, like, I don't know what is in here, but they did that, honestly. Like, Believe Beauty, you guys know I love your products, but these highlighters for $5 at Dollar General, they're absolutely worth it. But moving on to the next three, these are all loose highlighters, and I love the way loose highlighters look on the skin. They're very natural, and they kind of like melt right into the skin as well. But the first one I do want to talk about is the Artist Couture Conceited highlighter. And with this is what I already had on my skin, and I just love their highlighters because they're very finely milled. They're not too gritty, they're not too chunky, they just like melt into your skin like butter. I am obsessed with this. So let me show you guys a little bit what it looks like. The only thing about loose highlighters is they're very messy, of course, but just make sure you just use a little bit because a little bit does go a long way. But the next one I do have as well is a Wet n Wild Hustle and Glow highlighter, and for $5 I think I paid for this. You get so much in here. I'm pretty sure I'm never gonna run out. But let me show you guys the shade, of course. It's a very nice champagne color. And I don't want to spill this all over, so this is what it looks like as well. And last but not least, I do have the Juvia's Place Nubia highlighter, and when it comes to a bronzy, just bronzy highlighter, this is the only one I do recommend because it just looks so good on the skin, especially in the summertime. Like when the sun is hidden, it takes it to a whole nother level. So this is what it looks like, and I will swatch this one because it is a little bit different from the other two. The shade is just so metallic and so pretty. Let me show y'all. So this is it right here. Just like imagine me like in the sun in a vacation and the sun like hitting my cheeks. You can't tell me nothing. Okay, so for setting spray, I've been loving two this whole entire year, and it's a Beauty Bakery Sweet Grace Baking Spray, and this is just like one of the best I've tried because one, it sets your skin and makes it look like skin, of course, but then two, it also gives you like this nice mattifying look. It doesn't look dry. It just like, I can't describe it. It just makes your skin look very nice and put together, and once you spray this on, you just know your foundation is not moving at all. I will say it does feel a little bit sticky, but once it dries down, you're good to go. But trust me, once you spray this on your skin, your foundation is not going anywhere. And of course, I do have the Morphe Continuous Set and Mist. This is just like the best I've tried, honestly. It makes your skin look like skin, honestly. If I do have like a lot of foundation or powder on my skin, I go ahead and spray this on and I'm good to go, and everything looks nice. So yeah, these two, my favorite. I don't have to say too much about these. Okay, so moving on to eyes. This is one of my favorite parts because I did find a lot of good products this year. So let me go ahead and see where I want to start. The first one is your eye base. So when it comes to your eye base, a lot of people either use concealer or base. When it comes to concealer for the eyes, I love the Fenty Beauty concealer, and I do have it in the shade 410. The reason why I love this is because when you put it on your eyes and blend it out, it blends really well, but at the same time it also sets itself because it is a matte concealer. So whenever I put this on, it makes everything look very nice and pigmented. I can also go ahead and blend right on top, and it looks good as well. And of course, for my base, I do have my P. Louise base in the shade Rumor Number 6. I'm so happy because it came out with shades for women of color this year. I know before they only had like really light shades, which I was never going to use because it's just way too light for my skin. But Rumor Number 6 is just a nice, just neutral chocolatey color. It looks very nice on my eyes and blends right in, but this is what it looks like. It almost looks like my skin tone, which I kind of like because it doesn't like stand out too much on my eyes. But when it comes to this base, I'm telling y'all, when you put this on, it really does make your eyeshadow pop like nothing at all. I first used it a couple weeks ago with my clients, and their eyeshadow not foundation, looks so pigmented, just so like, it was just popping. I was like, what am I doing differently? I highly recommend this base or this concealer. Either one, if you use them, you guys, I'm telling you, your eyeshadow game would just be on another level. But moving on to my next product when it comes to the eyes, I do have the Anastasia liquid liner in the shade Black, I think that's what it's called, or Black is Black. But this is the best eyeliner I've ever tried. It is so matte and so pigmented. When I heard she was coming out with an eyeliner, I was like, Lord, please make sure that it's not shiny, because a lot of eyeliners out there are very shiny and I just don't like that look on me. But with this, it's a matte, nice matte eyeliner. So let me show you guys what the doe foot looks like. This is it right here, and hopefully it's focusing. but this is what it looks like. And also when I swatch it on the back of my hand, y'all can tell it's very pigmented and dark, and I love it so much, you guys. Like, I can keep going on and on about this, but I've been waiting for a matte liner, and Anastasia and Norvina just absolutely killed it when it came to this. Okay, so I do have 2 more products when it comes to the eyes, and the first one is the Lotus Lashes Faux Mink Lashes. And basically, you guys, they sent me a bunch of products this year when it comes to their lashes, and they have so many different styles and lengths out there, and I'm telling you, they're so versatile, and that's the reason why I love them, because you never know what they'll come out with. But I do have one of their lashes right here, and y'all can tell it is so long and wispy and dramatic, and I'm just here for it. So this is one of their styles. Another one I do have is more like the wispy lash that a lot of people go for. And these are also my favorites. I do wear them all the time because y'all can see a little bit of glitter and glue still on there. And another one I do have is a style right here. Y'all can see, but this is only a couple of the styles, but they sent me so many lashes this year, and I really love their lashes because they're very comfortable on the eyes. They have a lot of styles to choose from, and they just last a long time. And honestly, they've been the only lashes I've been wearing all year, so I had to go ahead and mention them. But moving on to eyeshadow, of course, I had to mention the Natasha Denona Sunset eyeshadow palette. This palette, you guys, has been out for a long time, but Sephora had a VIB sale of $99, and I also used my 20% off, and I think I got this for like $70 something or $80 something. But I did save a lot of money, so I'm really excited and happy that I got this because it has all the shades I would ever want in a palette, from all the browns and golds and reds and yellows. It's just a very beautiful palette. It blends well, it is pigmented. I have it on my eyes today. It's just a really good palette, and I'm so glad I picked this up. So yeah, if you're thinking about this, I will say wait and see if they do have a sale, because they didn't tell us that it was gonna go on sale. I just saw it on there and grabbed it because I don't want to pay like $160 something or however much it is. But just wait for the sale, and when it's on sale, go ahead and grab it. So moving on to lips, I honestly didn't want to mention lips because I use the same products every single year, but I did want to go ahead and mention a couple of my favorites. The first one is the MAC lip pencil in the shade Chestnuts. It is nothing new at all, but I started using this lip liner a lot this year. I also do have it on my lips right now, and I love how dark and deep it is. Like, it's a unique shade of brown that you don't find a lot nowadays, so I'm so glad that I really tried it out this year. But a couple of my favorite lip glosses and liquid lipsticks are Maybelline Vivid Hot Lacquer in the shade 64 Unreal. It's my favorite lip gloss basically out there because it has like a nice hint of pink and brown at the same time. It is so pretty on the lips. Another one I do have is a Smashbox Out Loud liquid lipstick in the shade it's called Out Loud, my bad. But I love this shade so much, you guys, because I love orange lipstick, so I basically wear this all the time in the summer and the spring. And with an orange blush, you guys, like, it's just such a beautiful like combination on the skin, so I really do love this as well. And of course, I had to mention those two colors, Cork and Chocolate Wasted. These are like my OG. I love this shade because it's a nice caramel color on the lips with like a dark brown lip liner. It is just so beautiful. And of course, Chocolate Wasted is the darkest brown liquid lipstick I do have. And I also want to mention my Pat McGrath lip gloss in the shade Flesh 4. Chocolatey brown. I don't have to say too much, but it looks beautiful on the lips. But these are all my favorite lipsticks that I wear all the time basically, and yeah, just wanted to go ahead and mention that. Alright, you guys, so those were all my favorite products of 2019. I do hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. If I did, please let me know down below. I will let you know the answer to that, but I don't think I forgot anything, so we shall see. But make sure you like and subscribe before you do leave. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.